Alright YouTube, what's up? This is part 2 of replacing the clutch plates and springs on a 2000 CR125. If you want to see disassemble, go see part 1, and I guess I'll put a link on the description or do something like that. And but basically we have our old clutch plates and clutch discs or whatever, springs, new springs, same thing, same screws that had springs in, but that's okay. New plates, and then new friction plates over here that are soaking in 85 or 80, I think it was 85 weight, two-stroke motor oil. Two-stroke, as in like it's made for two-stroke transmission oil, whatever. But it's soaking, it's supposed to soak overnight, but you know how I don't really have to overnight because I'm racing Sunday, I need to go practice, and yeah. So first of all, you had to observe how your plates came out, and these came out with a friction plate last. And so where that means we're going to be putting in a friction plate first, and then as soon as you do that, you just continue the process. So let's go do that now. Alright, so we're here, and we're here, and first of all, we've got the new steel plates or whatever. I'm not sure the technical name for them. We're going to set those aside for right now. And if you notice, they're very more sharp and shifting. They're new. That's what they should be like. So hang those up there. And first, we're going to want to reach into our bucket of oil that we have the clutch plate sitting in, and we're going to want to grab one friction plate and let the oil drain a little bit. We'll have it out. And from my understanding on these, on the RM, you had to put it in a certain way, but it seems like you can just plop it right in. And just want to make sure I do this very carefully. Okay. Now we have one of these plates, and I'm putting it on the shinier side. You can see kind of wear right there, but shinier on this, on the outside. Making sure they just fall right into those little grooves. There we go. And now you just repeat the process. So we're just going to do a sped up version with some music, so we don't have this boring. So yep, you're just going to let it drain and keep bringing them up. Got our clutch plate in, and we're going to continue up to dinner. But you should have ended up with, if you have a CR125 or 250, depending, probably 125, I don't know if they changed it to the 250, so you should have ended up with a friction plate on the outside, and yeah, so if you didn't end up with that, you screwed up somewhere and you need to go back and redo it. And yeah, so I'll be back. Okay, so we got all the plates in. and I ate my dinner. Now we're gonna take our new springs. I only have one on me, the rest on the bench. Take your little clutch or your little plate, dang, whatever it's called. Not 100% sure. I'm gonna put it back right where it was. And we're just gonna put the spring in loosely if we can. Spring's not really stiff. We're just gonna loosely put them in, and then we're gonna take the air thing, and we're gonna do that. We could torque them. I don't have torque specs, and really you just don't want to over tighten them to where you strip them out or anything like that. But basically what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put the rest of these in so where they're loose, and then we'll fire up the air compressor. Okay, so we got these all torqued down with the air wrench, or air impact, whatever. So you got your clutch cover's all cleaned up, gasket's still good. If you need to replace your gasket, it's all torn up. You can pretty much get a gasket anywhere. I'd probably get Honda OEM, just because Honda OEM parts are really good. And so, put that back on right where it came off. And like I did with the inside plate around here, where I kind of did it in a crisscross pattern. That's how you should always tighten and loosen things. I mean, at least tighten them. So that's what I'll do here. And you could get the torque specs out and whatnot, but just not over tighten, not under tighten. Definitely don't want to under tighten it, and you definitely don't want to over tighten it, because these are all aluminum screws, and you'll strip them out and they'll get stuck in there or break a head or something like that. So you just kind of want to get it good in a crisscross pattern, and we'll go back over it one more time with a good tightening. So you should be all good. What I would do before I start it up, just feel like the clutch is a little loose, and not usually that loose, so you might have to adjust that now. And just want to make sure you can click through the gears. That's first gear, neutral. But I'll get out tomorrow and test ride it, because it's dark right now and old people don't want to hear a mean old two-stroke when they're trying to sleep. So yeah, that's it. You might have to adjust your clutch because it's a little different now, and that's it. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and yeah, thanks for watching. There'll be more clips of some stuff. The Suzuki, it's a different story, but we'll talk about that one later. But now you're going to want to just fill it up with, I use Bel-Ray, that's just the way I roll. So we have Bel-Ray, 80 weight, 85 weight, that's a good weight for two-stroke. You don't want a thick weight because, I mean, you don't want like a thick weight, and you don't really want a thin weight because, you know, you don't use your clutch. It just shifts on this, so you don't want those plate, you know, everything grinding in there too much, so you want something thick. So that's what I use, Cycle Gear. You can get it pretty much anywhere. I think you could probably even order them online now. But, yeah, so, cool. See you guys later.